Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Heini. I'm Heini and today we're going to do a short sequence for releasing neck and shoulders. Some movements that you could do in the middle of your day or home. Let's get started. So in this sequence, we're going to release the neck and shoulders, and you can do this seated. I'll lead you through this practice seated, but most of the movements you can also do standing up. So if you rather maybe take a break from sitting, you want to stand up, you can start from standing up as well. The only prop that we might use or we will use for this sequence is either having a wall or some kind of sturdy piece of furniture that you can lean your arm onto when we do some opening, some stretching for the chest and the arms. That's all extra props needed. So either come into a comfortable seat or find yourself standing up. We're going to start by moving the neck first. So first, take a slightly deeper breath in. And then as you exhale, lean your head towards the right shoulder. So let the ear come closer to the shoulder. Breathe in there. And then as you exhale, very gently, slowly roll the head down and forward. And then bring your left ear closer to the left shoulder. Just pause in a point where you feel there is a gentle stretch on the right side of the neck. Inhale there. And then again, as you exhale, roll the head down and forward. So the head creates like a half circle movement. And again, right ear towards the right shoulder and breathe in there. And again, with exhalation, roll the head down and forward and towards the left shoulder. Inhale there. And we'll do one more round with your exhalation. Roll the head down and forward. Chin comes closer to the chest. And then right ear towards the right shoulder. And one more exhalation. Roll the head down and forward and towards the left shoulder. And breathe in there. And then as you exhale, bring your chin towards the chest. So bring your head to the center. Breathe in and out there a couple of times. And check that you're breathing down towards the belly rather than breathing up to the shoulders. Then bring your hands to each side of the head and now use your hands, your arms to help lifting the head back up to the center. And just very gently squeeze the head between your hands and now lift your head, lift your neck up like you're trying to create more length in the neck using your hands and arms. And then slide your hands behind the head. You could interlock fingers. And now we're going to lean head onto the hands. And we try to release the neck. So it's like floating your head on your hands. You could very gently move the head with your hands. But just let the head float. Let the neck release completely. And take a couple of breaths in and out. Check the tops of the shoulders are released away from the ears. Feel the weight of the head on your hands. Take one more breath in and out. And then slowly, again, using your hands, your arms, bring your head, your neck back to the center. And then release your hands, your arms down. And now bring your hands either onto your thighs if you're standing up or Bring hands to the knees if you're sitting, and we do some seated cat-cows. First, as you exhale, round your back, round your neck. Again, lean the back, lean the pelvis back. Chin coming closer to the chest. Next inhalation, open your chest. Lifting the chest bone slightly forward, maybe lifting up, but keep the chest and neck rather soft. Same again as you exhale, round the back. Just let your chest sink back. And inhale, open the chest. And again, maybe looking higher up, but keeping the neck soft. 2 more rounds with your own exhalation, round the back. You can let the head come down. And inhale, open the chest. 1 more round with your exhalation, round the back, round the neck. And then inhale, open the chest. Then just come back to the center, back to neutral. If you want to move the head, roll the shoulders a bit, feel free to do that. And then we're going to come next to the wall. So I'm going to do the sitting, but like I said, you can also do this from standing up. But come close to the wall, and first we come into stretching the pecs, the front of the chest, front of the shoulder. So come close to the wall and bend your arm so that your elbow is either shoulder height or slightly higher than your shoulder. And then very gently first lean forward with your chest and then start to rotate away from the wall. Very, very small rotating motion away from the wall, just to a point where you feel there is a stretch in the front of the chest, front of the right shoulder. So now that I have my right arm on the wall, I'm creating the stretch on the right side. And here you might lean head away from the arm as well, but find a place for your head that could allow you to keep your neck soft. Take 1 more breath in and out. Again, breathe down towards the belly. And then release that stretch slightly. So come slightly more back with your chest and then extend your arm. You might even come a bit closer to the wall. So now the right arm is extended against the wall. And then again, we might start to rotate slightly away from the wall. At this point, at least I feel the stretch is much more intense along the whole arm. So my rotation is really, really small. Make sure you can still keep tops of the shoulders soft. So now you might feel the stretch more along the whole inner line of that arm. You might even just slightly flex your right wrist if you have that right arm on the wall, and then release that flexion and do that a couple of times. If you look at my right hand, I'm lifting the fingers off the wall and then bringing them back to the wall. 1 more time, just gentle pumping for the arm. And then release the whole pose. Bring your arm off the wall and just move the shoulders a bit. You can shake the arms a bit, especially that arm that you've been stretching, maybe both arms a bit. And then we'll do same to the other side. So I'm just going to turn other way around. I'm going to stay next to the wall. And we start with arm bent. So now I'll bring my left arm to the wall, and you can play with that height of the elbow. Is it shoulder height? Is it a bit higher up? So you feel you get that stretch in the pecs, the front of that left shoulder, the front of the chest on the left side. And then again, I lean slightly forward and I rotate just a tiny bit away from the wall. And I breathe. Keep breathing down, keeping shoulders, keeping the neck soft. Again, if you want, you might lean head either out to the side or maybe lean the head forward. You can explore with the neck. And then I slowly back off, leaning the chest back so that I have more space to straighten and extend the left arm. Again, I might come a bit closer to the wall with the arm. And then I start to slowly rotate away from the wall. And I need to actually lift my arm just a bit higher up. And I'll do that again. Yeah, that's better place for my arm. So I feel it now along the full inner line of that left arm. Again, breathe. I'll take a few more breaths here. And again, if you want, you can do that kind of small pumping movement with the wrist. So now I'm bringing that left hand finger slightly off the wall and then release them back in. Couple more times, but still keeping shoulders, the tops of the shoulders soft. Okay, that's enough. And I release the whole pose. And again, I'll just shake both arms a bit, roll the shoulders a bit. Good. Then we're going to come lie down on the belly. So at this point, you would need to come lie down from standing as well. And sometimes tension can be also weakness in the muscle. So there's not enough support for the shoulders, for the neck. And that's what we're going to address now. So now we've stretched the front. Now we're going to strengthen the upper back, muscles on the back side, so they would create more support for the shoulders and neck. And we'll come lie down on the belly, just lengthen the legs behind you. And we'll do 3 versions of the cobra, but this is going to be a very small cobra. So I suggest you keep your neck very neutral or even lean the head slightly down rather than looking forward. And first round, bring hands close to the shoulders. And then first we're going to just slightly roll the shoulders away from the mat and draw the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. I'll show that second time. So if you first have your shoulders kind of leaning down, first we roll the shoulders away from the mat and then draw the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. So we start to engage in the upper back, and this might be enough. You can stay here or inhale, exhale, very slightly lift your chest off the mat. I'm going to do very small movements. So I'm really just focusing on the upper back, that space between the shoulder blades, and I keep drawing the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. I keep my neck almost leaning down. I'll take 1 more breath here. And then slowly release down. And if you felt that strongly in the lower back, do next round staying lower down. For second round, extend your arms next to the sides and turn palms to the mat. And we start with the same rolling of the shoulders. Roll shoulders away from the mat and draw tops of the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly again, I peel the chest just tiny bit off the mat. So I'm really focusing on engaging in the upper back around the shoulder blades. If you want, you could lift hands off the mat and rotate the palms slightly out to the sides. You can also keep hands still down on the mat. And again, if you start to feel there's too much going into lower back, just stay lower down and really focus on the shoulders, upper back. And then slowly we're going to release the pose. Again, come down. And now release the shoulders, lean your head down to the mat. And feel that difference of your shoulders leaning down. And then we have one more round. And you can choose either of the arm options we've already done. Or you can also now bring hands behind the back, behind the pelvis, interlock fingers. And then extend the arms behind you. Make sure this doesn't hurt in the shoulders. And we'll do one more round. Inhale, exhale, just tiny, tiny bit. Peel the chest off the mat. If you have the hands together, arms behind the back, you could use the arms and hands a bit more to gently pull back. Again, nothing too big. We're not going to go too high up. Let's take one more breath in and out. And then slowly release. Come all the way down onto the mat. And then bring hands under shoulders and lift yourself into child's pose. So we're going to now lean the pelvis down to the feet. And you can either leave arms long on the mat, let your head come down. Or bring hands under the head. So here it would be important that you can support your head onto something. One more option would be to have head on the mat and then bend the elbows, bring hands, palms together behind the head, behind the neck. And that might be a nice or gentle stretch to the back sides of the arms. And take a few breaths in and out in your child's pose. And then after those few breaths, we're going to slowly come back up to sitting. Or again, if you want, you can come up to standing. We're going to do one more movement for the neck. So either in your easy seat or standing up, we're going to go to the sides of the neck. First side, inhale and exhale. Bring your left ear towards the left shoulder. And then you could bring that right hand down either on the mat or just next to your pelvis. So the right hand is gently, gently reaching down. And now with each exhalation, imagine you're creating length between the left ear and the left shoulder. The ear and the shoulder sinking away from each other. Take one more breath in and out. And then bring your left hand to your left ear next to the head and help with that left hand to lift the head, the neck back to the center and release the right arm. We'll do the same to the other side. Inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly lean right ear towards the right shoulder. And if you want, you could now lengthen the left arm next to the side, next to the pelvis, and kind of gently reach that left hand down. And again, you can imagine you're creating length, space between the left ear and left shoulder. Take one more breath in and out. And then we're going to bring that right hand next to the head kind of to the right ear and help with the right hand to lift the head back to the center, and then bring both hands to your head and very gently one more time lift your head, lift your neck tall with your hands, with your arms. And then slowly release that lifting. Release the hands and arms and leave your head just floating at the top of the neck. Good. This was our practice today. I hope you can leave your neck and shoulders soft. And just as you go on about your day, pay attention to your breathing. If you notice you start to breathe up to your shoulders, remind yourself to breathe down towards the ribs, down to the belly, because it might be the breath that creates tension in the neck and shoulders. Good, that's all from me today. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave me messages, leave me comments down below, and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you soon on the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, click subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of any new videos. I'll be posting lots more yoga related videos on this channel. I also teach online yoga classes, and if you're interested in those, you'll find more information in the description box below and on my website. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.